views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail. Hey, everybody. Welcome. I want to welcome all of you. Welcome to the show. This is the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. Thank you all for tuning us in and turning us on. It is great to be connecting with you. I want to shout out for Mr. Benny. Hello, Mr. B.
What up?
Yeah, getting ready for the big trip, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Little rain where you're going.
No, don't talk about it. We'll still play in it, though. That's for sure.
I won't talk about it.
Well, if all other teams are going to complain other than us, that's basically what it would be, right? Because we'll be like, we play in rain all the time up here. What are you talking about? Let's just get that game over. You can just put us in first place. We'll take that.
Okay, it sounds good.
Just give us a trophy now. We'll head home.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Well, talk about talking about things. Today's show with, my co-host, Sheer Alchemy. Leslie Fonteyne is in the house. Ready for this? Choosing to release our hurts. Yeah. That's the path to abundance. That's what today's show is about. This is a tricky one, Benny. Tricky one. Choosing to release our hurts. I don't think many of us even get that is a choice. Well, that's why Leslie's joining us here today. For many of you, you have heard her join me. She has an incredible radio series, which many of you know about, Sheer Alchemy. But, she travels all over the world. And what she does is takes her message to people, face to face. And, in doing so, there is something that changes, something that shifts. As a transformational catalyst, she uses her intuitive and energetic gifts to catapult all of us into living the lives we were born to manifest, whether it's shifting from scarcity to abundance, from emotional pain, it's got to be about today's show, into joy, or from illness into health. That, too, has to be about today. Actually, all of these are about today's show. So how the heck does that happen? Well, Leslie does something very, very special. She invites the unbeatable team of Ascended Masters, Archangels, into the conversation. So today, when you call into the show, know that there will be a team of people that Leslie will be working with to get you on the pathway you want to be on. Whether it is your higher self or source and energy, this is about shifting the blocks that prevent all of us from stepping into love, abundance, and joy. She clairvoyantly works with our energy field and ignites that fire, that flame that each of us has within us to step into all that we are. What is the result? Sheer alchemy, deep inner transformation. You're not going to be the same. No one is. Anytime you've ever listened to her on the show, you called in the show, things happen. Whether you call in or not to this show, you will find, as many of you have told us about, you're going to find that she starts to talk about something that absolutely has to do with where you are in your life. And you cannot help but have a shift happen. Leslie, it is so great to have you here. This is an epic topic today. Epic.
Oh,
Welcome.
This is an awesome topic. And, we hit a big one last time I was on the show, which was dealing with the inner child. And this one is a perfect follow-on to how our wounds get in the way of us getting what we say we want. And it is very deep. And so as we were talking before the show, it's time to put on our big girl and big boy pants and be willing to go bravely into some of these places. You know, you can tell when you've got a core wound when somebody touches it, right? If everybody's leaving you alone and loving you to pieces and not bothering you, you're great. You're in a good mood. Everything's wonderful. But, boy, once they press something, once they touch something, or that wrong energy shows up, you can tell immediately. And that's what I want the listeners to do today. I want you to pay attention to that yucky thing, that feeling that came up over you today, yesterday, whenever it was. And instead of running from it and trying to mask over it, let's go into that thing and let's make a decision today. Do we or don't we want to let it go? Because I'm telling you, that repetitive wound, I call it same energy, different outfit. It doesn't matter who you attract to you. They hit it again and again and again, and you do woe is me. Do we want to shift out of that? Do we want to move on? Because I can tell you that is a key piece to you stepping into all that you are.
Well, you know, and you're absolutely right about this. And so let's talk about it in a little bit more detail. You know, a lot of times we are in this incredible place, which somehow we've learned along the way, and it's called denial. You know, I don't know about you, but I've become really good at it, you know, for most of my life, about looking at, oh, nah, you know, that doesn't really bother me. Oh, no, you know, what that person said, nah, that doesn't bother me. You know, the fact that my boss pounded on the table, that really doesn't bother me. And yet on the inside, I am screaming.
Absolutely.
Why do we do that? Why do we tell ourselves it doesn't bother us?
Because we were trained to come into life and handle it. We were trained to go get over it. We have many, many messages that say deny your own energy, deny what's happening, pretend it doesn't matter, move on, you're not being productive. Whatever your cultural, familial message is, religious message even, you know those people that put a smile on everything, and on the inside you can just feel the energy pouring out of their skin that just says, you know, I really don't like you. So, you know, covering up doesn't work when it comes to energy. Energy is true. So when you are in the midst of this thing that's happening, you really want to acknowledge it. But you are right, Pat. We've had so many messages about, you know, just buckle up and go through it.
Well, you know, and part of this, you know, Leslie, is just, you know, beginning at that place where we even recognize that we're doing it. You know what I mean? I don't really remember when I had the aha moment when I realized I was just sucking up a whole lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, the sucking sound was so loud that I couldn't even begin to think about abundance. I couldn't even see the possibilities. You know what I'm trying to say here?
I do. And I love what you said, one, about denial. I think that, you know, in a sense, Spirit, God, Source, very merciful, because we uncover slowly these places in us that I think it's as we can handle it. So we get through a lot of life and we mature, right? We're not who we were 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Hopefully we're growing, and that's why anyone's listening to your shows and to the other guests that you have. They're making a choice to grow. So this is about stepping into this, not being alone. Like you mentioned in the intro, we're going to bring in Ascended Masters, Archangels, all that. They create a nice, cushy, safe place for us to step into this. But I agree with you. I've talked to so many clients, and they'll tell me, oh, it's fine, you know, yeah, that's the way it is at work. Yeah, you know, whatever. But it is not okay. So when you start to get down to what is the desire of your heart, what is it that you're wanting to step into, tell me about happiness in your life, that's when it starts to unravel. That's when they start to go, well, no, I'm not really that happy. But behind that is a belief that I can't be. I don't want to stray too far from, you know, what the wounds are in what we're going to talk about today. But you're right. We just think that we have to portray a different image about how we're handling it.
Well, let's talk about, and, you know, this is my question for you. How do we identify those places in ourselves where we get offended and hurt? You know this and I know this. Both of us were part of a spiritual community, or a community at large, let's call it, where no matter what you said, the comment was what I call a spiritual bypass, where everybody says, oh, it's all good. Oh, you don't have any money in your account? Nah, but it's all good. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have a place to sleep tonight? Nah, don't worry about it. It's all good. Oh, by the way, you know, you're living in the past from that ex relationship that you're, don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, that's abdication. So you've just given me a whole nother topic. That'll be for next time.
But, let's talk.
No, that's a whole nother thing, because that is complete
those places.
Well, this is an abdication from responsibility. So one thing about going into your wounds is that, let's say, someone pushes your button. We all kind of know what that means. We get hurt. We're in a meeting with a boss and they say something that hurts our feelings, or we're somewhere with a friend and we get slighted, or we're not invited to something and you can feel it, or someone says something in not quite the right tone and you just feel yourself stiffen. Okay? Those are wounds. Those are things coming up that give you a clue that your energy is not right. Your energy is not aligned. Now, you could say, well, it's that guy out there that did it to me. Well, that is the victim thinking, right? And sometimes we want to hold on to our repetitive wounds. We want to go, well, I don't know why this always happens to me. Well, do you want to know? So today I'm challenging all of us, including myself, because I do this with myself every day, is do I want to step into it and let it go? What you find when you ask that question, and you really ask it, is, well, what does that mean? Who will I be then? Will I not have my story anymore? Well, you may not have your story anymore, because your story is going to be, what do I choose today?
Well, this is the thing I think that I want to say to you about this show, and how very, very powerful this topic is that you picked, and why Sheer Alchemy is the response to this. Because I know for myself, and I know the listeners listening to this show right now, I know you all have been calling into this show for 11 years, and I will tell you this, that each and every one of us knows when we call in, we got something getting in the way. And I bet, Leslie, we can pretty much pinpoint that it is some kind of, owie. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Leslie about, what do hurt feelings do for us? What do they point out? How do they protect us? Do they or don't they? Leslie Fonteyne, Sheer Alchemy. Stay tuned, everyone. We will be right back. Fasten your seatbelts for this show.
You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio, the new mainstream in radio.
Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start winning the game of life with the unique, incomparable Lynn Brown. Lynn's powerful, transferable tools stem from her success in the very competitive world of sports and business.
Since Lynn was one of the top athletes in the United States, she understands really well about the athlete's mind, their challenges, and what athletes need. I have confidence to ask Lynn to take care of my professional team just because of Lynn, her passion, and the power she has.
Lynn is passionate about working with kids and with athletes. Her life is a testament to the incredible power of intention to create miracles. Lynn is dedicated to assisting and inspiring leaders with the vision and tools to realize their dreams.
And she wants to help you next. Enhance your overall performance and the ability to reach your goals. Bring your game face on. Visit letter R, letter U, intuit.com or call 844 letter B, Intuit.
Holistic Medical Center is where you find it all. A healthy space with doctors who care, see, and listen to the whole you. Hi, this is Dr. Darvish. If you have not found an answer to your chronic symptoms, you will find answers here at Holistic Medical Center. Our doctors find the root cause of your symptoms and guide your body towards healing naturally. We transform lives from within. Visit drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.
What does a Dentist of the Year get? A little plaque. Welcome to Smile Big, where we offer cosmetic, restorative, and preventative dentistry. Dr. James Rosenwald and Dr. Susan Abdenor work hard every day for their clients to be happy to smile with the latest equipment for complete smile restoration for anyone. The sooner you call, the sooner they can help. Call 425-454-4040 or email scheduling@smilebig.com. You can even visit our website at smilebig.com.
Are you ready to move past limiting beliefs beliefs and unconscious obstacles that are holding you back from financial prosperity? Do you want to be free from debt and that feeling of being disempowered? Mary Jane Allen is a financial healer and joy creation specialist who uses her unique set of tools included in her financial healing process to help her clients move past those beliefs and fears. For more information and to contact Mary Jane, visit her website, manifestyourlifedream.com, and begin your financial healing process today.
Artie Hoffman is the hottest psychic with the warmest heart and the host of the hit show Angels and Answers. A renowned psychic, medium, spiritual life coach, and an entertaining motivational speaker, Artie has helped over 15,000 people with his amazing intuitive gifts, his passion, and his humor. Call 877-ANGEL-02 to schedule a personal reading or to have your own psychic Artie party. That's 877-ANGEL-02. And visit artiehoffman.com and Angels and Answers on Facebook.
Be pure, take a tour through the sword of strange rain. Paint a train, you'll be singing in the rain. Said don't stop to punk rock.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is a hot one, folks. Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fonteyne joining me here today, choosing to release our hurts. The path to abundance. Now, for many of you out there, I know that you're going to want to connect with Leslie today. I know because Leslie and I we both of us can feel the energy around this, not just for each of us, but an energy that exists when we live our lives so wounded. So if you would like to step into abundance today, if you would like to get some help for whatever time we have on this show, to move beyond the blocks, for Leslie to bring in her team of archangels, ascended masters to help, boy, please dial in. We'll take as many calls as we can today. 1-800-930-2819. 1-800-930-2819. And for those of you out there that want to find out more about Leslie, you can go to her website, lesliefonteyne.com, and that's Leslie, F as in Frank, ONTEYNE.com. Check it out. She's traveling in October and November, but you will be able to find out where she is and show up and experience the power of the work that she does. So, Leslie, all right. Why, well, not why, what do hurt feelings do for us? And what do they point out? And, you say at some level that they protect us from stepping into choice and power. But, I got to ask you about this. This is mind-boggling to me.
Right, but you're looking at it as if we're all logical at the moment this is happening. Think about the fact that a lot of this is very subconscious. A lot of this is wounding from our childhood, learning things that we saw around us, learning about who we were and our value around us. And so much of growing up as a child, you're very powerless, and we talked about that during the inner child segment. And so you accumulate. You learn about whether you're a popular kid or not a popular kid in school. You start to acquire all these thoughts about yourself. So when you make a choice and you step into something, all of us know this. Sometimes we succeed and sometimes we don't. And there are values placed on success. They're very heavy values. I mean, it's almost extreme at times, especially in families. And so when you don't step into your power and you don't step into your responsibility, you can kind of look around and say, well, they won't let me, and this is all I get paid, and this is the only position that they have, and I can't quit my job because of the economy, and none of my friends will call me. So if I was to take that none of my friends will call me thing and I was to say, what if we shift our energy to friends that want to honor, respect, and appreciate who we are? Then we have a fear of letting go of the current friends we have. Why? Because they're a comfort zone. We at least know the ones that we have right now. We don't know the ones we haven't met yet. So we encounter this whole big thing of, what will I be without my wounds? Who will I be? Even my story. Who will I be if I stop telling the story of my abuse over and over and over again? Who will will I be if I stop telling the story of my endless poverty? Do I want to break the cycle or not? Do I want to step into abundance? Some of us have gotten a lot of attention from our wounds. Some of us have justified why we don't leave the house, don't go after certain kinds of jobs. I have had many of those times where I think, oh, I can't go after that because no one will want me. Where did that come from? How do I know? Have I met those people before? No, I have not. So much of this is we cover up our hurt, like we talked before. We become tough, but we don't deal with what's going on. And we say, well, I want to let go of the story, and I want to create my new story, which is that I am all that, and I'm able to step into all that I am, and I'm going to draw in new friends, and I'm going to draw in a supportive business. I think I told the story when I stopped attracting my father as my boss. I almost didn't know what to do. This person was generous. They understood my value. They understood what I could do. They were enthusiastic. I could barely handle it. So when the new starts showing up and we're not coming from a place of our woundedness, we start to attract things we don't recognize. So I tell people often in my sessions, pause, take a breath. You're not going to know what this person is yet. Just don't dismiss it right off the bat. That's an old habit. So old habits, old wounds, inner child, they all sometimes conspire to keep us in a stuck mode so that we don't step out and what? Get hurt again.
Wow. You know, one of the things, Leslie, that I think we don't realize, and boy, I'll tell you, we definitely have hit a button. We've got people waiting on the phone to chat. One of the things that I think that for myself, and I think I'm not alone in this, is that we don't really realize early on until the pain gets so severe that whatever it is that's going on with us, that woundedness is keeping us from stepping into our abundance or stepping into anything that is juicy. We don't really see that, do we? I've had to get outside help, as I like to call it.
Yeah, it's a fabulous thing also to bring in spirit and all. And sometimes, you know, the inner child also conspires in another way, which is to tell us we're all alone. No one's going to help us. No one's going to help us. No one's going to help us. So let's grow up that inner child and let's look at the wounds and go, can I choose to step into all that I am? Can I bring in that powerful guidance that helps me to shift my energy, helps me to remove these old contracts that no longer serve me, these agreements I have with these energies that abuse me, put me down, or belittling, and choose to step into something far more. Sometimes also when a negative energy shows up for you, it's your opportunity to test yourself out and go, you know what? I think I'm done with this. I don't need to do this anymore. It's okay. Now, the first time you start, you know, saying I don't need one of these negative energies in my life that I've had there for 20 years, you know, you're going to kind of be bumbling with your words, not quite sure how to say it, but you do it because your energy is shifted and now your language catches up with you. And your language is so important because this is the language of creation. Each word you speak is a creation.
Wow. You know, Leslie, let's talk about something that I think that you've discovered as you travel around the world, right? And, you know, this idea that there is a connection between hurt feelings. And I love that you're calling this hurt feelings, first of all. Let me just tell you this, sister, right off of the top. I love that you're talking about hurt feelings. You know why? Because we are in a society right now where it has become not favorable to talk about hurt feelings anymore. You know, I don't know how many times you go out and, you know, you watch a mother or a father look to a little child and say, oh, honey, don't cry.
Right.
What is up with that?
Right. And I hear adults saying this at 50 years old or saying, don't you think that sounds silly? And I'm going, I can't believe as an adult that you are saying that. Because you need to validate your own words and validate your own truth. Now, do you stay stuck? Do you stay there? But any business leader, any motivational person will always tell you, mark where you are, and from where you are, you will then have the plan to get out of it, right, or to move in another direction. But you have to acknowledge where you are, not deny it, cover it up, and pretend it's not there.
You know, Leslie, you know, part of this is, and, you know, let's do this. Let's take a caller. Let's get the listeners involved in this for a minute.
Let's do it.
Mr. Benny, who do we have first?
Sure, let's go on these phone lines. And if you like to join us, 800-930-2819 is the number, 800-930-2819. We'll take Cindy calling in from Seattle. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Hi, Cindy. So good to have you. What's going on?
Well, I am in the midst of.
Hey, Cindy, turn your radio in the background off.
No, let me take you off my headset. Hold on, just one second.
Cindy,
is that better?
hello, Miss Cindy. Are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just turn your radio down in the background.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have it on.
All right. Well, I'd like to introduce you to Leslie. Leslie, Cindy.
Leslie, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you. Go ahead.
So I am in the middle of a, I guess you would say, a relationship crisis.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to, get some guidance.
Okay, so I'm getting a lot in your second, which is your security center. So first of all, you've called it a crisis. So tell me what button that's hitting for you right now, this relationship crisis.
What button?
Well, what's going on? Why is it a crisis right now?
Well, I've been married to my husband for 25 years, and he's been dealing with back surgeries for the last 12. And so we're there but not together. And then I met a person, and just kind of very confused.
Okay, so you know what? Sometimes we say confused because there are rules involved, and you have some rules about what's allowed and what's not. What's okay, what's not. And again, this depends on where we're coming from religious and cultural, all kinds of values, right? So right now, I think this person you've met is making you quite happy, and then you've got the guilt feelings about what's going on with your current partner and whether you can leave or not, and is it okay? And you've got a lot of these rules coming up, right?
Right.
I'm not judging any of them, and I don't want you to judge any of them. Do not judge, because this is what we're used to. We're used to someone coming and humiliating us or shaming us about who we are and what we need. So if you go back into your second, and there's a part of you in your third, tell me what you truly desire. What do you truly desire?
Well, of course, this happiness and, peace. And I don't want to hurt anybody.
Okay, so that's a little conflict, isn't it? Because part of us saying we don't want to hurt anyone is that we want to be responsible for them. If you say something to me and it hurts my feelings, okay, I'm going to acknowledge that it's hurt my feelings, but I'm not going to own what you did to me. I'm going to look at me and go, wow, what's going on with me? What part did it hit in me? And that way, you are not taking on my life path. I am owning my own. And so that's why I wanted you to get very clear on your true desire. Your true desire is very clear. You're enjoying the feeling of being noticed, cared for, and someone really liking your company. And it's not heavy. There's a lot of heavy energy at home. So now, if you want to choose to change the energy at home, this is where I do a lot of the spiritual work about bringing in light into your home, shifting your own energy, and then go, what choices do I have and what choices have I told myself I don't have? So I bet real clear right now it's coming to you, the choices you've told yourself that you don't have, the trap you feel you're in, right?
Yes. Very much.
Yeah, right. So what if you were to release the rules about that right now? And that's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to throw anybody out, move out, nothing. I'm just saying, can you release the rules that are holding you in place?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, well, first you start with, yes, I want to let it go, or no, I'm not really ready. I'm not sure what I'll lose. And this is okay. See, this conversation we're having now, right now, the light beings are coming in. They're all in there. You're dealing with a security issue for yourself because you see all your double binds, right? If I leave, what will happen? If I don't leave, what will happen?
Right,
there's a future in your life that you are excited about, that you could be. Not sure you can have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So start writing it out, okay? Write it out. And here's the thing. I want you to call me later, and we can talk about this, but take today to write out all your rules about what you can't do and why. Okay, and this is a little hard, and be patient. Go out for coffee, come back, keep doing it, and then also ask yourself what you truly desire, and then listen to your intuitive guidance about what's coming to you, about what you can do. Okay, but the energy is way too heavy at home. It's been that way a long time. You've been in it for a long time. 12 years of injuries is a long time. So now you want to turn the ship, right? And it's going to feel difficult, but that's okay. So this is the part we can talk about later, okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Does that help a little bit to have a program there, just a little bit to start?
Yeah, it does. I have a plan, and I was just wondering about our spiritual guide or guardian angels. I mean, it's who's around me right now.
Yeah, they're all around your shoulders right now. They're fully supporting you, but you've got a part of you in your second which is afraid of letting go of security.
Okay.
And that's the part of you that you're an adult. You've taken care of yourself brilliantly for the last 12 years, 20 years, actually. You've done a great job, okay? So you know that that's an old energy. It's not really true. So bring them in with you. Bring in Michael. Bring in, all the masters that, you can work with, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, all of them, and just allow them to start guiding you with your truth. And that's what you need to listen to right now. You're not confused. It's just that it's okay, and I'm giving you permission, if I can, to listen to your own truth. Okay?
Awesome.
Okay. All right.
And Leslie, what's the best
should...
way? What's the best way for her to get a hold of you directly?
Well, she can absolutely write me at Leslie at lesliefontaine.com. She can also call me 678-665-3366, and we can talk some more and kind of give you an experience with the angels there that you were asking about.
Awesome.
Okay.
Let's take a short break, everyone. When we come back, we're going to hop right onto the phones again because why? Yeah, Leslie Fonteyne, Sheer Alchemy's in the house, choosing to release our hurts, the path to abundance. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Short break. We'll be right back right on the phones again.
Hi, I'm Leslie Fonteyne with Sheer Alchemy on Transformation Talk Radio. And here's your tip of the week. When we own our own responsibility, we're choosing to own our choices, our energy, our day, our jobs, our relationships. It's a tall order. And what difference does that make? Well, plenty. We're choosing to look within, to change agreements within ourselves, to keep our energy field clean, and to upgrade as needed to make choices that are authentic to us. This shifts our language. We no longer blame others. We're no longer victims of our circumstances. So if we don't get paid abundantly or loved abundantly, let's look within and ask, where am I not honoring myself? Where am I not loving myself? Let's change the agreement. Let's get real with what's in place, forgive ourselves and others, and shift into our new life. Visit me at lesliefontaine.com or call me at 678-665-3366. Let this be the last day that you choose to look outwardly and look within.
Are you ready to move past limiting beliefs and unconscious obstacles that are holding you back from financial prosperity? Do you want to be free from debt and that feeling of being disempowered? Mary Jane Allen is a financial healer and joy creation specialist who uses her unique set of tools included in her financial healing process to help her clients move past those beliefs and fears. For more information and to contact Mary Jane, visit her website, manifestyourlifedream.com, and begin your financial healing process today.
Tune in to Psychic Cup of Coffee with Kelly Sutliff every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Kelly is a 14-year veteran of psychic ability, and she offers inspiration and comfort to those dealing with grief when they have lost a loved one, and also shares with people that the psychic world is very real. Call 1-800-930-2819 during the show with your questions, and visit PsychicMediumKelly.com. That's PsychicMediumKelly.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans suffering from anxiety, you probably know how powerless and out of control this emotion can make you feel. This is why it is so important to remember that anxiety is created by your mind, which means that you can learn to use your mind to uncreate it. Hello, my name is Dr. Friedman Schaub. My award-winning book, The Fear and Anxiety Solution, provides you with a step-by-step breakthrough process to understand and resolve the root causes of your anxiety and build a solid foundation of confidence and inner peace. If you're ready to take your power back, visit thefearandanxietysolution.com. That's thefearandanxietysolution.com, or call 866-903-6463. That's 866-903-MIND.
You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio, the best in talk radio.
Da, 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 da. The smell of your skin lingers on me now.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. For more information about us, go to transformationtalkradio.com. And as I said before, Sheer Alchemy, my co-host today, Leslie Fonteyne, we're talking about choosing to release our hurts, path to abundance. For more information about Leslie, you can go ahead and go to lesliefontaine.com. And it's F as in Frank, ONTEYNE.com. Or you can email her at leslie@lesliefontaine.com. This is apparently a topic which is really reaching the hearts and the souls of a lot of people, today, as evidenced by the folks waiting to speak with you, Leslie. So, I think that let's just have a quick chat about, this idea of covering up our hurt, as we talked about, becoming tough. But how do we begin to step out of it so that we can get out of our own way?
Think about like attracts like, the law of attraction always operating. And also think about your energy field, where your wounds are like holes in your aura. They're holes in your field. And this is where other people can come in, take your energy, take your money, take your time. And if you look at the holes and you think about the fact that you own your aura, it's almost as if you're granting permission from others. Some of us get very worn down, very exhausted, very tired from, dealing with the energies we have around us. I do not minimize the heaviness of some of what a few of us are dealing with, okay? So when you choose to step out of your wounds and to change your agreements to higher level vibrational agreements, you are opening the door to your abundance, because you're saying, you know what, I need to protect my energy, I need to take care of my funds, I need to dispense them at choice, and I need to choose when I want to take time to create my wonderful company or project or talent. And these are parts of you that begin to step back into power, not waiting for others to fix it, not waiting for others to behave themselves, others to give your money back, others. You just go, you know what, today's a new day. I'm ending those old agreements. I choose no longer to engage, and I'm stepping into the new.
Mm. Well, I have to tell you, we apparently have gotten a lot of interest here. So I think we should go to the phones. Mr. Benny, I believe we have someone from Toronto waiting to chat with
Certainly
Leslie.
do. Yep. Heather's calling in.
All right. Heather, welcome to the show.
Hi there. Thanks, Dr. Pat. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Heather. So good to hear you.
Thank you. I just left a job. I wasn't there very long. I was only there for a month, but the people that I was working with were just vampires in terms of just energy sucking. And I've dealt with that all my life in terms of working in places. And I'm so sick and tired of just staying in a job because, I have to, I need the job, but I quit. I just said, screw it. I'm just tired of this. I'm not going to deal with this anymore, and I'm looking for another job. So my question for you is, do you see anything coming soon for me? It's not so much about, my what field I'm going into. I actually took an administration job, which isn't my field. I'm actually in social services, went to school, did the whole thing. I'm just having a hard time trying to get work in that area because there's been so many cuts.
Of course.
So,
of course.
I think the hardest part...
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying the hardest part is, I'm not going to, this isn't a call where I'm whining because I can't get what I want. I don't deserve what I want. I want all these things. I deserve all these things. It's just sometimes I feel like I'm a hamster on a wheel,
Sure. Sure, and the thing is that, when you are listing out all these things you're feeling, for example, energy vampires, where did the permission come in? When you're feeling a hamster on the wheel, that this is my life, this is what I do, it goes nowhere. When you feel like they're the same people that show up, over and over and over, and you're tired of it. So we got to go down to the agreement level and go, are we ready to let it go? So for you, in your case, it's coming into your second and into your first, but also in your third, which is your power center. Now, you did a wonderful thing of protecting yourself enough to step away. That was really a step of faith in a lot of ways. So in this time when you progress to your next position, and there is a next position, and you don't need to look at the economy as your reality, okay? You can take the limits off of Source. You can allow Source to bring in a multitude, a limitless possible set of options for you, okay? So if you go into that and you release this, well, this is the economy, this is how it is, this is all I can make, this is what I've been dealing with, you let that part go, and we release these old agreements that you have with some of these energies to just use you until you're bare, and we go, I don't need that anymore. Then we draw in what your value is. So what would be really good, and you can bring in your Masters and Archangels. It sounds like you're experienced in that. And as you start to intuitively write out what it is that you're wanting to step into, then that becomes your creation in that moment. What you're going to notice, there's parts of you that go, oh, I don't know if that can happen. Okay, which part of you is that? I'm getting a lot in your heart space, for example. So we just want to clear some of this out right now and just release these old holds that are keeping you on that hamster wheel. That's a beautiful, beautiful analogy. And just notice them going away and just bring in some of the masters to take some of these cords and agreements from you. These are old, old wounds. And I just want you to notice over the next few days, and we can talk offline as well on this, when these old things come up, in that moment, asking yourself, do I choose to align with this anymore? I'm stepping into all that I am. So can I see where you're going? It's based on the choices that you make today, okay? So if you have a vision, in 6 months you're going to be doing X, but you don't choose to step into it, what I want you to do is just to release anything that is keeping you held back in the current kind of energies that you're used to. So whatever's familiar, I'm getting father energy, just release that, let it go. Old loyalties, let them go. And then we're closing off your aura now. You don't need that. So I can do a lot deeper work later when we talk, but if you can just notice as you create this new position for yourself, it does exist. It exists as much as you create it. So now what you want to pay attention to is in your field, where is it coming up going, oh, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. No one's going to want that. There's no way. Just notice where it's all and where you're feeling it in your field, because I'm getting so much in your second and your third.
Yeah, I do have doubts sometimes, just because when you're in a position where you're rejection, I think anyone would experience that when you're going job hunting and you're just you don't qualify. Oh, you need more education. Oh, you need to go back to school. I'm tired. I'm not going back to school. I've done my thing. I just want to put it out there. And I think with the person I was working with, when I mentioned vampire, I could have sat there. I actually have learned a lesson from that, though, from my previous employment. I didn't react to it. So I might have moved out of that space, but I actually learned something from the past that I didn't react to it. So I kept a really good thing. But the thing is, you can only do that for a while, and then it really does take a toll on you.
It does, so but I want you to notice how angry you are, too, and this is good. So here's the thing. You've already kind of labeled some of your feelings and kind of like, I didn't do this and I tried to do this. You're doing a beautiful job, but I want you to know that it is really okay to have all the feelings you have and to trace where they're coming from and then decide what you're ready to let go of and what you're wanting to step into. Just try really hard to be okay with the fact that you've put up with a lot of things that you're done with, right? You want to let them go. Yeah. There's a lot coming out of your back right now. There's a lot flowing out of the back of your field. But don't be afraid to be as upset and angry with the choices you've made to this point. And again, you've owned it and you go, wow, something in my field keeps choosing this. I'm done. And this is what I want to choose. And there's an inner child part that's going, I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that. I won't take too much more time, but I'm glad that you said that it's okay to be angry, because when you talk to other people, they're like, just get over it. Just work there. We all have to put up with it. But you're 100% right. We don't have to, be angry about it and then, move past it.
Well, that's what we've been talking about on this show, right? I mean, no matter what kind of Band-Aid you put on it, it oozes out of your skin. Well, thank you for calling, Heather.
Thank you.
Boy, what a great call this was. I think, Heather, you and Leslie just helped a ton of people here. Whoa. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Benny, I think we still have another caller. Why don't we hop to the phones?
We
Hippity
do.
hop.
Yep. Let's take Laura calling in. Laura, welcome to the show.
Hi, Laura.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Hey, Laura.
Thank you so much for this show. Hello. Thank you. I want to say thanks for the work that you each do. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So
what's going on?
In?
Yeah, how can we help you today?
Thank you. I really need to increase my income. I need to support myself at this point. And I think I'm probably too attached to do the intuitive. I do intuitive readings.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't developed a website, so I know, I feel really lazy around it. Like I feel like I'm working all the time toward it, but at the same time I feel lazy.
Right.
And,
so listen, I'm just going to jump on in right now so that we kind of get the language. Let's get the language clear. And when I say that, I am not being shaming or humiliating. So I want you to understand that. So we want to always hear ourselves, right? So I'm hearing lazy. I'm hearing old language. I'm hearing old parental language. I'm hearing inner child language. Lots of stuff that you are now serving up. This is your lucky day. This is the great day you've got today, Laura. This is awesome. I want you to be dancing around the house today. This is your lucky day because you've served it up on purpose today. Today is your moment to go, do I want to let this go? Am I done with thinking I'm less than? Am I done with thinking I can't? Am I done with thinking I don't, have this, that, or the other? I want you to go, so it's so strong, everybody's in their second and third today. First of all, you are in power. So I want you to choose right now to step into your power. Now, what's happening is there's making this a part of you is cringing, okay, just a little afraid of stepping into that kind of power because you've got some circumstances in your life right now that are very unsupportive and judgmental, okay, right? You're surrounded by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's your first decision. Do I want to continue with that? The next thing is, how do I support and empower myself? This is an energy, okay? So you shift inside, then it shifts outside, all right? And nobody likes to do this kind of work. But I can tell you, Laura, I work so hard on myself all the time. And a lot of people, we just got to do the work. And for what you're doing and the gift that you're offering people, you got to do it too. And as you know, in everything you've done to this point, when you do the work, you offer it to someone else. It becomes a gift to them. So I want you to look today and go, I'm in my power. I'm honoring myself. I'm respecting my gifts. I'm listening to the intuitive guidance. You are clearing like crazy right now. Your 6th and 7th are totally opening up. Your heart space, your shoulders are lifting up. So right now, forget everybody around you. Forget all that garbage. And right now, just tune in. What is coming to you? What's the guidance? You've got a lot that you need to speak and write is coming in, so we're going to clear out some of the contracts in your throat. I know I'm talking a mile a minute here, but we're doing it because you are releasing like crazy right now, okay? And that's beautiful. Give yourself a lot of credit for that. Some people want to stay super stuck, and you showed up, and you presented, and you want to get rid of it.
Thank you.
You are awesome. So I hope you'll call or write me. Please feel free, Leslie, at lesliefontaine.com. And I'll tell you a few more things, but right now your second and third is really opening up. You're taking your power back from those you've given it to, okay? And you are owning your own power. And remember that when you own your power, it does not mean that you are hurting others. And that's another message you've got.
Oh, thank you.
Okay?
Wow.
When you step into your money, you step into your power, you step into your voice, you step into your truth. It does not mean you're hurting others. It means that you're going to draw in people that really, really love you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my gosh. That was so powerful. Very, very powerful. Oh, my gosh. Leslie, I mean, I know that when you picked this topic, there was a lot of energy around it. You and I even commented this morning. But, here's the thing, right? I don't think any of us want to walk around wounded. I don't know that we consciously sign up and say I'm wounded. But I will tell you that what I discovered for myself, there's something about being wounded that is actually helped me, or at least I thought was of benefit in certain parts of my life. So we even have to let go of that, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And, it's kind of like I recommend for anyone to write their story. How do you introduce yourself to people? What are the words you use? How do you tell people who you are? Notice your tale of sorrow. Notice your tale of abuse or whatever. There's that less than, greater than thing we can do with friends sometimes, or, we let other people shut us down and we feel very quiet. Well, you know what? We think that when others shut us down, we're quiet people. You're not. You may be the exact opposite. You're just with the wrong people. So sometimes write out your story and then go, wow, what part of the story do I want to choose to move on from? This happened, and now I'm choosing to move into the next phase. And there's a part of us that's afraid of letting go of that story because it's been our identity a long time. It's like ripping off a blanket. Step into the new and go, okay, what can I create today? It's an adventure, but it's challenging, and we got to be brave.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things that I wanted to make sure that we do talk about is the idea that we give others permission to hurt us.
Yes.
I would love to hear you talk about that a little bit, because, if you ever said that to somebody and you walked up to say, you know what, you just gave that woman permission to hurt you.
Right.
They would be like, you got to be crazy. No, I didn't.
It is so true. We are in denial about what we allow people to do to us. And, I can just take an example, and I'm going to throw out stuff, and many things will come to you as we're talking. So I can be around someone, and they have always been a friend that sort of belittles me or tears me down. I continue to choose to get with them. And what I notice when I choose to get with them is I feel a little coerced. I feel some people-pleasing. I feel like, well, I should let them. But every time I'm with them, I feel bad. Every time I'm with them, I feel that twinge. Why do I continue to choose to do that? Am I wearing handcuffs? No, I am not. What part of me chooses to continue to be hurt? My partner makes a lot of money, but doesn't treat me very well. Okay, so why are you staying there? Well, I don't make any money. Okay, is that your eternal truth? Has that always been the case? We go into extreme thinking. We go into holy terrors, thinking, oh, my God, I won't be able to take care of myself. Is that true? Are you that helpless? You're not. So break it down for yourself and go, what part of me needs to stay attached to this abuse? There are many parts of us and many reasons, a myriad of reasons, and you are so right. We get offended if someone says, I have chosen this boss by choice. I have chosen this friend by choice. I've chosen this partner by choice. We don't want to believe that. It's so hurtful. But we can choose again, and we can shift our energy and go into something else, bring in some masters, bring in the guidance, let the vibration happen, and then notice how we begin to start selecting better.
Wow. Connection. The wounds and our greater good. Boy, it seems like some days we're on the hamster wheel where we're chasing after the abundance, the joy in our life, our greater good, and we're carrying around the weight of the world and all of the hurts that has ever been done with us. And boy, we just don't get very far, do we?
No, we don't. Or we've made commitments where we were at an age too young to make a commitment. I will always take care of you. I will always do this. We didn't know what that meant. We got coerced into certain agreements, other lifetimes, not just this lifetime. So we have to re-examine our commitments and go, does this serve me now? And am I thinking that if I take care of myself and I become all that I am always hurting someone else as a result? And so many of us do not realize that's our underlying belief. If I am happy, it is at the expense of someone else. If I am abundant, I am being selfish. If I am working on a project or an invention, I am taking time away from others. Listen to your story. Hear why you cannot step into all that you are. And this stuff starts to shift for you. People want things to happen right away. I've seen that with bosses removed, etc. But then there are other things. You turn the ship gently.
Wow. Leslie, thank you for a fabulous, fabulous show today. Tell folks how they can speak with you personally. And, today's show was really a very, very short, quick version of the work that you do. Please let folks know how they can schedule a full session with you. You work with people all over the world, so it doesn't matter if you're in Toronto or wherever you are. But I know the folks today, there is more, really more to be revealed. So tell folks, please, if you would, the best way to get a hold of you.
Please go to my website, Leslie, at lesliefontaine.com is my email, website, lesliefontaine.com, phone number 678-665-3366. I do sessions by phone and Skype. Most of my clients are not where I am. I'll work with your time zone, not to worry. I do energetic clearing of your fields, which, we could not fully do today due to the topic. A lot of times I'm surfacing this stuff up for you in a session, and then we're clearing it out. We're removing it, and I cannot tell you the night and day experience of life after that. So just go out there and I can do a consultation with you to see if you're interested, and you might get a sense, wow, I need to do this or I don't. But definitely come to my website, and I should be in a town near you soon.
Wow. Leslie, one last question. What is your personal message? What do you want to? What would you like to leave us with here?
There's no shame, there's no humiliation, and there's no beating ourselves up. When we go into our personal wounds and our hurts and the things that make us feel small, we are the bravest people on earth. And when we can go in there with the masters and shine the light of unconditional love on our experience, it is the most transformative thing that you will ever walk through. It's so powerful. So don't beat yourself up if you cry, feel the pain, all that stuff. It's just fine. Now you shift, and that's the good news. So today is a big day for a lot of people.
Love it, love it, love it. Sheer Alchemy, Leslie Fonteyne, everyone. Go ahead and schedule your full session with her. Honestly, I know out of today's show, Leslie, we've actually picked the topic for the next show. So I can't wait to hear exactly what we're going to come up with, what you're going to come up with for that.
Wonderful.
Leslie, thank you for all that you do in the world.
Oh, thank you so much, Pat.
All right, everybody, stay tuned. Not going anywhere. Mary Jane Mack coming up. We'll see you next time.
Tides that I tried to swim against brought me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead, singing, come out of things.
You've been listening to Transformation Talk Radio, the new mainstream in radio.
Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start winning the game of life with the unique, incomparable Lynn Brown. Lynn's powerful, transferable tools stem from her success in the very competitive world of sports and business.
Since Lynn was one of the top athletes in the United States, she understands really well about the athlete's mind, their challenges, and what athletes need. I have confidence to ask Lynn to take care of my professional team just because of Lynn, her passion, and the power she has.
Lynn is passionate about working with kids and with athletes. Her life is a testament to the incredible power of intention to create miracles. Lynn is dedicated to assisting and inspiring leaders with the vision and tools to realize their dreams.
And she wants to help you next. Enhance your overall performance and the ability to reach your goals. Bring your game face on. Visit letter R, letter U, intuit.com or call 844 letter B, Intuit.
Holistic Medical Center is where you find it all. A healthy space with doctors who care, see, and listen to the whole you. Hi, this is Dr. Darvish. If you have not found an answer to your chronic symptoms, you will find answers here at Holistic Medical Center. Our doctors find the root cause of your symptoms and guide your body towards healing naturally. We transform lives from within. Visit drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.